Okay. I hit the button.
You hit it or did you press it?
Look, listen, I pressed it. It's going. It's doing the thing. It's got the
Technically-
wave thingies going right now,
Yeah.
and I see my...
Is it still a button? Because the button you're really pressing is just your mouse button.
Oh my
Is
god.
it? So is it two buttons?
Oh my god.
Like a virtual one?
It's a virtual
And a real
button.
one?
And a real button.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 145 of Ignore the Backlog podcast. My name is The Real Portz, and Evil Space Money is here.
Jesus, did you run out of breath there? Are you okay?
Yeah.
Is it the COVID?
Well, I didn't really take a big breath. I didn't mean to do it all in one breath, and then halfway through, you normally if you're going to do something like that, you go, and I didn't do that.
You weren't fully committed, and then you
I
realized
wasn't
your
committed
mistake.
until I was, and then I decided that was what I was doing, and that's where it went.
That's fair. Welcome back.
Improv. That's how it goes. Comedy. Do you know who Mark? Do you know who Mark Normand is?
No, my God.
He's a comedian. He'll just, if things aren't working, or you say a really super
shitty
basic joke, he just goes comedy. Fucking amazing. It's one of my favorite quirks that someone has done recently. Oh, it's lovely.
Comedy.
Video games.
Video games. You don't understand. Normie.
Gaming.
Gaming. Oh, shit. I like that. Fuck.
Gaming.
Gaming.
Enjoy your gaming.
Oh, I say
The Rock
that.
gave us a beautiful gift.
Wait, what? Gabe?
The Rock
Oh,
gave us a beautiful gift
that's true. He did.
in saying, enjoy your gaming.
Enjoy your gaming.
I didn't enjoy it before he said that. And now I'm like, yeah, that is what I'm supposed to be doing.
You're right. I'm not supposed to be crying over Ghosts and Ghouls and the Addams Family game. Thank you. Thank you. Amazing.
What?
Nothing.
Ghosts and Ghouls?
Yeah. Back when I
Is
was
that a
kid.
reference to something? Oh,
No.
I
Old school Super Nintendo games.
I see. I'm enjoying my gaming now. Are you enjoying your gaming now?
I have been
Right now?
actually. I've been playing a lot of weird stuff lately. So, shall we jump into it?
Let's just jump into it.
Let's just jump into it. So,
Let's just get into it.
I played a lot in the past 2 weeks, and I'm going to give a quick rundown on everything. So, one of the games that I did find and I absolutely fell in love with, minus its quirks and its fucked up issues, was Ravenous Devils. This game...
Ravenous
Yeah.
Devils.
Or Ravenous Devils or something like
No,
that.
it's Ravenous. It'd
It's
be Ravenous, yeah.
Yeah. And so this is a it's a micromanagement game where you manage shops, these two shops, and it's a husband and wife. You control each of these two characters, and it's basically based off of Sweeney Todd and A Modest Proposal. And
What?
Yeah. So your husband is the tailor. He kills people, takes their clothes, resells the clothes, throws the bodies.
Awesome.
It's so good. It's such a good concept. Throws the bodies to the wife. She turns them into mincemeat, turns them into pie, sells those to the public. And it's just a wonderful rotation. It's so good. So good. I love this idea. I love this concept, the art, the music. My cat just busted through the door and scared the shit out of me. Fucking A pooper. It's perfect. However, there's a bunch of bugs that I ran into. I don't know if it was just me, but I read other people running into some of them. There's an egg mechanic.
This is from this year.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And it's only $5, so it's not that bad. And it's
Fucking hell. And there's a demo. My God, these people are doing it right.
Yeah, they have a demo, so you can check it out and see if this is your management style of game. And it's about 5 hours.
It's kind of, it looks a little Fallout sheltery with the layout.
Yes,
It's like
yes.
a 2D house thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very
Great.
Fallout sheltery. The bugs that I did run into was the eggs never spawning, so don't get those if you're gonna play this. So don't ever get the pigeon thing. And then my characters would randomly get stuck between the floors, and I would have to reload the whole game. And so
is there like a stairs transition or something?
Yeah, so they go between the upstairs and downstairs and stuff.
That sucks.
Yeah, so it happened quite a bit. I would have to reload the game.
Ooh.
I would lose some
Game's been out since April. Still got bugs like that. Ooh.
Yeah, it has been reported. So, but like for $5, I can't be too mad at it. And like, I got 5 hours of entertainment. There is an endless mode, but I probably won't play it until those bugs are fixed, and that's about it.
Right. Yeah, because endless, it will have an end if you hit one of those bugs.
Right. I still recommend it. The other game I did play was
Ravenous Devils.
It's really good. It's really good. Highly recommend. Another game I played was this horror game that was recommended to me from TikTok. I think my friend Slip sent me this one. It's like a
You find horror games on TikTok?
Yeah.
Interesting.
TikTok is good for games, and I'm probably gonna try to start posting shit up on there. Yeah, dude.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Do I need to get on TikTok?
You need to get on the TikToks.
I couldn't take any more fucking middle school dancers.
You just gotta find the right, start liking the right things, and it will start showing those things.
I just never found anything, so I'm like, well, I guess I'm uninstalling this fucking thing.
Fair enough. Fair enough. But I played this game called The Wine. It's a indie developer. It's a solo guy. Carlos something, Cornorado, I think his name.
Carlos Solo.
Yeah, Carlos Solo. But anyway, he's doing a series of these horror tales, and I don't know if they're going to be all connected or not, but the first one is called The Wine. You're a husband traveling to this island, and there's a bottle of wine that you're trying to look for because it's supposed to cure this illness that is plaguing like everywhere. So there's like this massive plague, and they're calling it like devil's fever. And but yeah, and you're trying to figure out what's happening as it's going along, if it's real, if it's fake, if you're hallucinating or not, and if it's actually what's happening in the game, or if it's actually what isn't happening in the game. And so you get to the end, and there's like a little prologue and stuff like that, and it either is what the ending tells you or what the ending you're experiencing is. So it's kind of up for interpretation. I lean towards the experience. It is really good, though. I was kind of surprised.
I'm not sure I'm following you on the ending difference there. What do you mean?
So, spoilers, you die at the end.
Okay.
And then it goes to your son or daughter, I can't tell. It's your child who has a letter, and he's bringing it to your grave, and then he tells you, it's like, oh, so-and-so said this is how you died, but your experience is a lot different than what is being described in the letter, if that makes sense.
Oh, I see.
So it's either
it's like a weird framework or something, yeah.
Yeah, it's either up for interpretation or you do believe that you were hallucinating the whole time, sort of thing.
Oh shit!
It's really good. I played another low poly game called Janitor Bleeds. Really fucking good. I know it sounds fucking stupid, right? Janitor Bleeds?
These fucking titles, yeah.
Yeah, it's a dumb fucking title, but you go to an arcade and you find this.
They should have called it Janitor from Control Bleeds. I would have bought that for sure.
You're playing this game called Janitor, and it's possessing people and slowly, like, taking over the arcade. And it was really good. Really, really good. Was not expecting that at all. And
when you play a game like this,
yes,
are you just like, what's your mood? Are you sort of like just admiring? Oh, okay.
But I was admiring. It was.
But so like these indie games,
yes,
right? Like you're not like scared, right? I can't imagine that looking at this kind of graphics, you'd be like, oh my god, I'm so scared.
I mean, okay, there's certain elements that do make it scary, like being chased or like fucking jump scares and stuff like that. The thing that drew me in was the music.
Okay.
Music.
So it's vibey.
Really good vibey, very creepy.
Hell yeah.
Really good.
Okay.
I enjoyed it greatly. It came out this year, the day after my
I think
birthday.
that the vibe thing appeals to me more than jump scare stuff because the jump scares just don't really hit me.
It's not super scary, but when the entity is chasing you, it gets very stressful because you're trying to also do the puzzles and stuff, and you're being chased.
Yeah.
I tried playing inside the back rooms, but my internet kept taking a shit. So I'm gonna restart that whole playthrough for that. Those are spooky games based off of like internet lore and memes and shit.
Okay.
I did play. So the last two games I want to talk about is Cult of the Lamb and Gun. But I want to start with Cult of the Lamb first.
Yeah, Cult of the Lamb I've seen blowing up, as most of these Devolver games seem to.
Yeah, it is.
What the fuck is that? Like, I understand you build a cult, but what's happening in the game?
There's so much going on with this game, and it seems a little overwhelming at times.
It does. I tried to watch somebody play it. I'm like, nope, don't know. How the fuck do you know what you're doing? It looks so confusing to me.
But it's like a weird balance of like roguelike and management system games. So imagine Stardew Valley, where you're like trying to keep your followers happy. You're feeding them food. You're building them little shelters. You're picking up their shit and all this other stuff. And then you're like, okay, I have to go get money and try to find more followers. I'm going to go into the dungeon now. And then that's when it becomes a roguelike. And you're slowly fighting all these bosses. There's like these 4 main bosses who want to kill you because you're a part of some prophecy. And they fulfill the prophecy by sacrificing you at the very beginning of the game. And it's you're slowly working towards releasing this god, this like deity. And that's what your whole cult is about, is worshiping him and everything. It is so much fun, and it is so satisfying. The combat's really good, and the music's really cute, artsy, really cute, kind of fucked up and dark at the same time. I was trying to explain it to somebody the other day, too, and they're like, oh, what would you consider it? I'm like, oh, it's really fucking cute, but also really fucking dark because you murder and sacrifice your followers and then you can eat them.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's nice.
But it's cute. They smile when they do it.
Huh. Right.
Yeah, I've been, it has a Twitch integration. I couldn't get it to work, so I did raffles on my stream to get people followers and stuff like that, and then I would sacrifice them and be like, sorry, it is your time and stuff. Whenever I did sermons, I would preach about food, and it was quite good. It's a lot of fun. I think it's a good balance between the micromanagement like system of like Stardew Valley and like Don't Starve and a roguelike like Dead Cells. I would compare it mostly to Dead Cells, except a lot easier.
Right. Okay.
It's good. I like it. I mean, it's up my alley.
Yeah.
So.
Cool. Hell yeah.
Yeah. The last game I want to talk about is Gun.
Yeah, the one there's a gun to your head. Talk about Gun.
Gun to your head. I got about 2 hours of this game so far.
Okay. I heard you had a glitch. I'm sorry.
I did have a glitch.
Have you been past that?
I did get past the glitch eventually. I had a bunch of weird issues happen.
It is an old game that's probably not really. It was never really very good on PC. I think.
Right. I wasn't.
It's like an original Xbox game, I think.
Right. I think. Yeah. It definitely feels like an old Xbox game.
Also, if anyone forgot, this is the game I challenged Bunny to play.
Right.
We're doing that once a month now.
Yep.
You don't have to finish it.
I'm gonna try to because I think I'm halfway.
Okay. 2 hours? Yeah. Yeah. It's not super long. It's like maybe 6.
Yeah, I looked into it. It's not super long. But I liked I forgot her name, but like the blonde that you're like escorting around and you're trying to save and all this other shit at the very beginning of the game. As soon as that fucking Reed, the preacher guy, shows up, I immediately thought of Micah. And I'm like, Micah. I got Micah vibes. The gunplay isn't terrible. I mean, it's old, so it's I give it some slack and stuff like that. The graphics remind me of Oblivion, so I have a soft spot for it. However, the interpretation of the Native Americans is pretty, it's pretty racist.
It is your grandfather's interpretation.
Grandma, please. Very Geronimo interpretation. Very 2005. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean everyone was like that in 2005, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, we.
What did you? What have any of the sillier points of the game hit you? Like the horse combat. Faye and I almost died laughing when we were like, "Wait, what? You're supposed to like shockwave stomp the ground to kill buffalo around you."
Charging
Holy
buffalo
shit!
with the horse.
It is little things like that where it's like they clearly couldn't find a real solution, so they just shipped it. That kind of shit that's why it's like quintessential B tier for me.
It's definitely B tier. Yeah, charging the buffalo with your horse and then sliding into your horse. Like, what is this? Am I fucking like Fast and Furious Tokyo drifting into fucking buffalo to kill them?
This
doesn't even make sense. You drift your fucking horse around the corner? Like, what the fuck? What was one of the things? I think my biggest complaint is this game is trying to, because this game came out around the same time as Red Dead, right? I think. Let's see.
Red Dead Revolver.
Red Dead Revolver was Red Dead
probably
Red Dead Revolver, or was Red Dead Redemption? When did that?
No, that like 2010, I think.
Okay, so it is about 10. It's about 5 years later. So Red Dead Revolver. Was Red Dead Revolver, I can't remember since it's been so many years, was that open world? Or was that closed like this?
No.
Okay.
It was closed like that, yeah. It was like, well, actually, I maybe it opens up a little bit, but it was, I think it was maybe even more linear than Gun.
I need to play.
Because Gun has like a big open thing. Well, it's not big.
It's not big, no.
It is open.
it opens up later on. I just got to that point where it's finally open because, like...
Yeah.
I would do, like, all these side missions. It's like, find this guy and capture him. I'm like, oh, okay. And then it turns into, like, its whole separate mission. Like, everything reset and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I'm like, that's fine. But it was just kind of weird. I need to revisit it. I've just been super busy with like Minecraft shit this week.
Yeah, no, that's totally understandable.
Okay, enough about me.
Are you enjoying it?
I am. I did
all
enjoy it. I liked the sassy sex worker lady. I can't think of her name.
I can't think of her name either. But I know who you're talking about.
She'd be shooting, she'd be rooting, and she'd be fucking throwing TNT and shit. She was fucking crazy. I was like, yeah, that's a woman after my heart right there. But okay, so Sicky, what did you play this week?
Oh yeah, I had COVID. I don't know if anyone knew that. Probably do by now, but yeah, that's why we didn't record last week. Okay. We all saw this coming. Okay, I bought Spiderman on the PC.
Oh my god, Portz. Okay, sorry.
And it's a fucking amazing game.
It's the top selling game right now on Steam.
Other than its traversal, like the web slinging and stuff, which is probably my favorite way to get around in a video game ever.
Right.
Like there's fast travel in the game, have not used it at all.
Fuck that.
Because swinging around the city is like that's the part that's Spider-Man the most, you know.
Right.
The narrative is like pretty normal Spider-Man. You know what Spider-Man's up to.
Yeah.
You know. Although you're broken up with Mary Jane, this is like post their relationship, so it's like that part's a little interesting. Mm-hmm. So it's them trying to like figure out how to. Are we friends? Are we gonna get back together? I don't know. They're probably getting back together. It's Mary Jane, right? So yeah, the narrative's fine. The open world is amazing, incredible. Like my god. The combat is, I would probably put it right below like Batman Arkham.
Ooh.
I don't love it that much.
Okay.
But it's totally fine. It's like one of those, you know, and it's fine. I'm also not like a super Spider-Man geek. You know, I can imagine people who love Spider-Man think the combat is like everything you can do. Like, oh, I read about that in this comic. I am not that guy, so I don't give a shit. I just want to take people out very quickly and move on with my day.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So it's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, the open world's amazing. This is maybe the most Ubisoft game I've ever seen, though.
Oh, is it Ubi?
No.
Oh.
No, it's not.
Oh, this is Sony, right?
It's Insomniac, I think.
Yeah, which is under Sony.
Yeah. But yeah, to be more specific, it's Insomniac.
Okay.
I think.
Something like that.
God, dude. I don't know how people like remember every developer that did every game. Like Jeff Gerstmann could do that, and I'm like, how?
Maybe Jeff Keighley? That's their job, though. We have day jobs. We work 40 hours
True,
a
we're
week.
just pretending this is our job.
Yeah, we just pretend.
It is Insomniac, thank God. So the only difference between me and Jeff Gerstmann is I doubt myself. That's it. And he's been alive longer, I guess.
Fair. He's got that old man wisdom.
And he's actually doing a good job. So why did I bring up the developer? God damn it. I'm not high at all right now. I'm 1.5 beers in. I think I'm okay. But, so yeah, I didn't mean to focus. Yeah. It's very Ubisoft-like, where the map is just filled with garbage. It's so, cause like I was swinging around the open world. I'm like, man, this is immersive as fuck. It's so good. And then I'm like, you know, they do get a little bit of a pass because, you know, he's got the digital eyes or whatever. They're basically computers. He's got Google Glass, like what Google Glass wishes it was.
Oh,
so that is sort of how it explains away being able to scan shit and stuff. But there's just icons everywhere. They do a cool thing where if you're not near something or you're not scanning actively, it mostly just doesn't show you where it is, which is fine. But you're near a lot of stuff because you're moving through the city very quickly. So you see shitloads of stuff. And that is kind of a bummer, I think. Because it's like, it's tied to the progression so you can unlock new Spidey outfits, which is neat. But again, I'm not like a Spider-Man geek, so I don't really care about, you know, all this outfit and the fucking, that thing. I'd literally, unironically, rather pay $10 to unlock a bunch of suits than run around and do all the fucking side activities in this game.
Okay, fair.
But I am still doing them. Because there's no option to buy them.
Oh, God damn it.
Yeah. Can we bring back the microtransactions in single-player games, please?
Oh, Portz, stop it. Stop it. Work, bitch.
I do that outside of the game. I don't want to work in the game.
You better work,
also,
bitch.
I play RuneScape for that. That's the video game job.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
But yeah, Spider-Man, very, very fucking good. Turns out people were not lying. And I've played a little bit before, right, on the PS5. But it is probably the most demanding game I have visually. Like, I'm going to have to take it down a little bit because it chops when you're swinging around the city.
It hurts the 3090?
Well, it's just because of the 4K also, right?
And also your ultra
4K,
wide
and
monitor.
it's ultra wide, and I turned on the HDR, so it's a lot of stuff going on. And when I say it chops, it goes to like 40 FPS. You know, it's fine. But I want it to be 144.
If it's not 144, I don't fucking want it.
Yeah, I mean, I play most stuff not at 144, but at least 60. If it dips below 60, I notice the shit out of it. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's Spider-Man.
Okay. What
Very
else?
good game. I'll probably play more.
Good.
You're turning into a little bit of a robot, by the way. I don't know if that's going both
Fuck! Hang on. I got an idea.
Yeah, that's fine.
Can you hear me?
The next game that I played.
Oh, no.
That I only played like maybe an hour of.
Hello?
It was just today, because I was...
Hello?
I was working, you know what I mean?
Is it working?
No, it's work. What?
What?
Hello?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
Oh, did you hear any of that?
No.
Oh. Well, I was trying to keep it going for the podcast audience, but now I have to repeat myself. We should have just cut and then re-recorded. Yeah. Oh, well, fuck you guys. We don't really get paid to do this.
No, we don't. Listen to Portz twice. What were you saying?
Yeah. So I was going to say I played another game that I only played like an hour of. Just today while I was definitely working. I was getting my job done, you know, and then also
obviously
playing a video game.
Multitasking is totally normal.
Yeah. Just alt tab, send an email, whatever. Doesn't matter. So I booted up Evoland, which is the sort of Zelda-like game that evolves over time.
Yeah. How is it?
It'll give you graphics, or like 16-bit, and then goes to like 256 colors, and just like it adds a soundtrack like 5 minutes into the game. Like it sort of piecemeals, the evolution of the I guess the genre of RPGs.
Okay.
I just got experience though, so it wasn't really an RPG until now.
Interesting. Okay.
So I guess it's not really Zelda. Yeah, it starts out as like Zelda and then turns into like Final Fantasy basically. Which is all right.
So it goes
I actually kind of preferred the combat from Zelda compared to the turn-based shit, but what
it goes from adventure.
What are you gonna do?
It goes from adventure to like RPG style, turn-based.
Yeah,
Ooh,
yeah, turn-based. Yeah.
Weird. Okay.
And I don't think it's gonna stay there either.
Okay.
I think they're gonna switch it up again.
Evolve
probably.
and
Although the
change.
first game I was reading is only like 5 hours long. Yeah. The second game's like 20 hours, which is crazy.
Whoa, that's a big
I can't
jump.
imagine 20 hours of this. Yeah. I do have both of them, but I don't know. It's like kind of fun to see what they're going to do next, but also like I know the history of video games.
Yeah, fair.
If I want to go back to any of these periods, I can, and often do not. And it's like a kind of piss poor version of all of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's because it's kind of half-assed, because it has to be, because it's doing all of them, so it can't spend very much time on one thing, which is also kind of refreshing, because then you're like, because a lot of times you're playing a video game and you're like, man, I have killed 20 goons 800 fucking times, and it's not getting any more fun.
Yeah.
So maybe it'll be fresh enough in that regard. But like I said, I only played like an hour of it, so seems tentatively kind of good. But also, I've known about it forever,
right.
And it's one of those things I put on the back burner, and now that it's been so long, like if this was a brand new game, I'd be like, oh, neat. But it's like I don't know.
Dragged it out.
You sort of work out a game over time,
right.
Whether by other people talking about it or you just thinking about it or like seeing it and imagining what it is, and then it kind of kills your momentum going into it,
Yeah. Fuck. That's always the worst feeling, honestly. Like when you're like, oh yeah, I already know what's gonna happen. Oh, I called it, sort of thing.
Yeah, because it's not every video game is revolutionary. But whatever. So yeah, Evoland might play more. Probably will put it back on the back burner, to be honest.
Fair.
Okay, I got one thing left to talk about.
I'm so excited to see what you thought of this game. Either you hated it or you thought it was interesting enough to keep going.
Okay, so Bunny challenged me to play a game called Event Zero. I don't know if you've talked about it. I think you said you talked about it on Game of the Year last year.
I think I did last year because it was around, I think I beat it in 2020. So yeah, it was around that year or the year before. I can't remember.
Okay. Yeah. So Event Zero is kind of a... the main hook is that you're typing to what is supposed to be an AI,
right?
In the game universe, called Kaizen.
And I couldn't remember.
I say it's supposed to be an AI because it is very much not.
No, it is.
I looked up. I don't know if you. Yeah. Well. Yeah, I mean, kind of, but it's scripted in a clever way, which is interesting. I don't know if you looked up how it works or anything like that.
No, I didn't actually. Did you?
So I did that after I played it because I didn't want to know before that.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Because it can kind of ruin it. But I did bump up against many of the limitations, which I'm sure most people did when they played.
Yeah, I did too,
which can take you out of it.
Yeah.
But basically what it's doing, and if you don't... I do actually, by the way, I like this game quite a bit. So if you want to go play it and don't want it spoiled for you, like how it works and shit like that, stop the podcast and, come back when you've beat it or whatever.
Yeah, beat it. It's only 3 hours. We'll see you in 3 hours.
It's very short. Yeah. It's barely longer than this podcast.
That was a good analogy. Anyway, continue. Sorry.
So, yeah, so the way that the AI works is it's a giant database. I think they said it had 20,000 keywords in it.
Holy shit. Okay.
So anything you type is accessing that database, and it has, columns or like categories for what type of word this indicates your sentence means.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of fun stuff that goes along with that, which is like if you mention two things, unfortunately one I think overrides the other.
Right.
Which is a little weird, but I don't know how else you would design it, to be honest.
Right.
But how much is this game?
I think
it was pretty cheap, right?
I think it's 20 regularly, but I think I got it for
20?
you on sale.
That's probably fine.
Yeah.
Because I think your expectations need to be kind of low for the interaction you're going to have with the AI.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just say to somebody, you're going to talk to this computer and have a real conversation.
Yeah, no.
Because it doesn't really feel that way.
No. It's like talking.
But what it does feel like a little bit is the computer is either malfunctioning or it's purposely trying to obfuscate things from you.
It is.
Like hide things.
It is.
Well, it is, and it has flaws that look like it's doing that.
Right. Yeah. I interpreted it as like, oh, this AI is rogue. It's Dave from Odyssey 2021. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, continue.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I had a lot of fun like trying to figure that out, and I was surprised at how real it seemed at some points. Like, I sent you a screenshot when I was asking about this drive. It was the Singularity drive.
Right.
Because it mentioned it was like, it's too dangerous to leave out there. We have to destroy it. So I was like, what? What's too dangerous about it? And it would not tell me. And that part felt very much like I don't really want to tell you. But it kept talking in circles because I got stuck. This is one of the things that can happen with this database. Is if you mention anything related to a thing, like it's obsessed with this person called Nandi.
Nandi. Yeah.
Yeah, Nandi. Yeah. And if you mention them, it will stay on that topic for longer than other topics because of its like feelings toward that topic or something. And you have to like exit out of that conversation by like asking to change the subject instead of just asking a new question, which is really weird because it's not how you operate in a conversation. Usually you just bring up a new thing and then you get out of it. But you have, in my case, I don't know why this was the case, but I had to ask it to stop. Well, I said, stop fucking talking about Nandi. And their response was, I'm sorry. When it's about Nandi, I can talk for hours without noticing the time pass. And I was like, I'm interested in how the singularity drive threatens human existence. Please answer. And it says, very well. And I said, well, with a question mark. And it fucking said it.
I told you. It's so
blew me away. Because it seemed like it broke a little bit, right. But then it came back around, and it was like, oh, my God. You just have quirks like a person. Obviously not really, but holy shit. Yeah, it got me a couple times where I was like, damn, this is like... It's like one of those, have you seen those talking, like, head droid things?
Yeah.
It's a little bit like talking to one of those things. You're like, you're not all there, but, you know, it's okay. You're a robot.
Yeah, you're a robot. And that's what it is at the end of the day. I loved my interactions. I have like 2 screenshots that I saved from here. Like I was stuck in like some airlock, and it was like, after all this lack of oxygen, the garden will be good for you. I'm like, yes, please. And it's like, terrific. And I'm like, can you open this door, please? And it said, yes, sweetheart. I'm like, you're a sweetheart. And then it said, both of us deserve a place that's more relaxing than this airlock. And I treated Kaizen like a god. I treated Kaizen better than me. I treated him like super sweet. So he called me all these little pet names. He called me sweetheart. He called me darling and all this other things. And that's why I told you to be nice. But your interpretation of nice is different than mine. And I think I also told my friend Amped something similar. I told him to play it. I'm like, be nice to Kaizen. And he interpreted it way differently than me, and his experience was different too.
I firmly believe you should stop telling people how to treat the robot, because it would have been way more fun for me to discover that it will try to kill you if you fuck up enough.
Yeah.
Like if you mistreat it enough. I did this on purpose because I wanted to know.
Did I lock you out and not let you in?
I called Kaizen a bitch. Before leaving the airlock, and then on my way back in, he wouldn't let me in.
Did you die?
Yeah. I did die, yeah.
I told you I was mean to him too. So yeah, and it kind of made me sad.
But it would have been, to be honest, it would have been way more fun if I discovered that on my own.
Okay, fair enough. I'm sorry, but
it's okay.
I think him, how sassy and like interesting. I didn't realize how big the database was, because that's pretty crazy. But I have seen other people's screenshots. I mean,
you can do like loads of small talk too. Yeah. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, I talked to him about like stuff like, where am I, and like whose bedroom is this, and he's like, I don't want to go back to Earth. Do you? Keep asking all these great questions then. And I sent him like a tongue face. And he's like, go find the password. And I'm like, okay, thank you, Kaizen. He's like, you're welcome, bunny. And I'm like, okay, good. And shit like that. It is an interesting experience, even though it's one that you have to read.
Yeah. It is one you have to read, but it makes so much sense that you have to read it, you know?
Right.
You don't have to pretend someone is talking to you. You're reading a computer that's talking to you.
Right.
So it's a very clever way. They couldn't. I imagine that they had the idea for the database thing. Like someone had that technology idea. They're like, I can make this work, and then they wrapped a game around it, because this wouldn't have worked in so many different. Like if you tried to make it a person you were talking to or something like that, it would have been terrible. You know?
Yeah, it had to be an alien, or not an alien. It had to be an AI. Shit.
An AI, yeah, just some sort of non-bio thing.
Yeah.
Because then it's hard to see when it's failing because of like the code that wrote it, or the code that wrote it in, you know, the supposed universe.
Right.
You know.
Right. I think the entity as a whole.
Yeah.
What if it's somebody who made one of those old AOL bots that you like, Smarter Child, that you used to be able to talk to? Am I dating myself really, really old?
I have no idea what this is.
Smarter Child was like one of the first like AI bots out there that you could talk to on AIM, and you would ask it questions and have conversations with it. And it had like a huge database, and it would constantly grow.
It was on AIM?
It was on AIM. Smart.
That explains it. I had friends on there, so I didn't have to talk to a computer.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. Zing, boom, got him.
Get
Comedy.
Comedy. Gamin.
Gaming. We're gaming over here.
We're gaming over here. Okay. Couple of things. We have the news this week. And there's some stuff that happened last week, and I don't really give a shit about, and stuff like that. Like Annapurna did huge donations with Stray to a bunch of animal charities and stuff, which was really cute and awesome and amazing to help promote the game, but also help to donate to non-kill shelters for cats and stuff that I loved. But I want to get into some meat and potatoes since Portz is here this week. And
meat and taters, let's do it.
Meat and taters. So I want to talk about one of your favorite people in the whole universe.
Who?
Elon Musk.
I don't like people. What are you talking about?
You like Fabian. You know, she's pretty good. She take care of you. She made you soup.
I see her as more of an object.
Wow. Fabian, call me,
I'm
honey. Anyway.
I've been watching a lot of Andrew Tate. I know how to treat a woman. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck me, dude.
We're moving to Romania next week.
Oh, God. You and Greek should become best buddies. I used to have such a big crush on Greek when he was, like, cute and funny and adorable.
When he was a normal guy.
He was a normal guy, and then he lost all this
I didn't
weight
know about him
and turned
at
into
all
a
until
psycho.
that.
Holy fuck.
My first introduction to that man was watching his rant about women that he would not
Holy
date.
fuck. Yeah, he went off the fucking rails. Anyway.
Yes.
Yeah, enough about Greek. He's a piece of shit. He's dead to me.
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk.
What's he done now?
So,
is he buying fucking YouTube?
No, he's not buying YouTube. He's still in that whole debacle with backing out of trying to buy Twitter, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, he was on a podcast, and I can't find the name of the podcast. I thought I wrote it down. But anyway, so he was on...
It's got to be Lex Friedman or Joe Rogan.
Oh, no,
or
Full Send. He was on Full Send. That's what it was.
I don't know what that is. Okay.
The Full Send podcast.
He's helping out the little guys. Maybe he'll be on this podcast.
Oh my God, we should message him and send him our fucking meme that we made. I fucking dare you.
All I would want to do is try to get him to admit he did not enjoy having a conversation with Todd Howard.
Oh.
That is my main objective if I ever talk to Elon Musk, because that interview looks so fucking uncomfortable.
It's very awkward. Yeah. He's also just kind of I think he's just like a shy and awkward dude. So it just kind of comes across that way. Anyway, so he explained recently on this podcast how he wouldn't get into video game consoles to compete with PlayStation or Xbox. And we already know that he's working on putting Steam integration into Tesla vehicles as so-and-so recently.
Yeah, there's going to be a Steam Deck in your steering wheel.
Yeah, you'll have a Steam Deck in your car. I don't think you'll be able to play it while the car is running, but it is there, and it will be in the dashboard. Maybe you'll be able to do, like, idle games or some shit. Anyway, so they asked him if he would be interested in making his own console and getting into the console wars. And Musk just straight up said no. He's like, I'd rather not. And his explanation was that he believes that consoles are going more towards the way of the PC. So, and that the lines are slowly getting blurred, basically, between, like, PlayStation and Xbox. And we already kind of see that. We do see that. Xbox and Xbox Game Pass has a lot of crossover right there. Every game on the Xbox currently is also going to be directly on PC as well. Yeah. Sony is making its way back onto the PC and going real ham on it this year.
So he said that he thinks consoles are going to become more like PCs. Mm-hmm. He's like one of the greatest engineering minds ever. Doesn't he know that it's a fucking computer? I'm just kidding. Obviously, that's not what he means.
Yeah, no. He thinks that, like, the individuality is going to be come muddled.
Sure.
Right? I think that's where he's coming from. But yeah,
The only thing that makes me think that's not real is, you have to do a lot to a PC to make it stupid friendly. You know, like there's so many people who can barely find their way around Windows, and Windows is so fucking simple.
Dude, don't even fucking get me started with all my tickets that I have to deal with. There was this one ticket where it was like some 65-year-old man, and he was having a hard time allocating RAM to his mod pack. And I was trying step by step with lots of pictures. And eventually he got there. He got it. It took fucking 3 hours, but we got him on his fucking Minecraft server so he could play with his grandkids. Did I feel like an asshole after that point? Yes. Was I screaming the entire time while I was dealing with him? Yes. But Jesus Christ. Yeah, no, I agree. I definitely think consoles are easier to get started. However, you have to download 90% of the time. Every time we boot up Zach's fucking PlayStation, it's like, you have to download an update. It's like, fuck! I'll see you in 3 hours. Shit.
Yeah. How? They need to up the Wi-Fi chips in those fucking things. Because my Steam Deck, or maybe it's the Sony servers, I'm not sure, but my Steam Deck downloads at easily triple the rate. Easily.
Yeah.
I can literally install a game on my SD card faster than I can fucking download a PS5 game. Isn't that nuts?
That's so fucking bonkers.
The SD card has such a tiny fucking write speed. Like, it takes like an hour. And it takes easily over an hour for all my PS5 shit. It would probably be faster if I hooked it up to Ethernet. I know I used to do that with my Xbox, and it was pretty fast.
Right.
But it might be like Sony service. I'm not really sure. I've never really been a Sony man.
Yeah, neither have I. We have that hardwired system through our house, and so ours is hardwired, and it still takes fucking forever, dude.
Still slow.
It's Sony servers. They're trash.
Yeah,
trash. Learn something from Valve, Sony. Trash.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
Well, they are. They're just gonna be on Steam now. It's gonna be great. I can't wait to play the Uncharted collection I've owned for 10 years. Finally, I'll have a way to do it. That's acceptable to me.
So one of my girlfriends texted me the other day. She's like, hey, my boyfriend's into video games. They like this series, and it was Uncharted. I'm like, have you tried Uncharted 5? Have you tried the Uncharted movie? And they're like, you're not
Uncharted movie.
You're not helping. And I'm like, I've never played those games. I'm a PC gamer. I'm sorry. And they're like, but aren't they all video games? And I'm like, honey, let me sit you down and tell you all about video games for the next 2 hours.
In their mind, there's like 4 video games. There's like Mario, Uncharted, and
it's
Zelda.
Nintendo, Uncharted, and Xbox. That's how it goes.
Yeah, Halo. There's also Halo.
Yeah. We can't forget about Halo.
Halo's a brand name. They made it to the mainstream.
Okay. Speaking of Halo and Sony and Xbox and Microsoft, there's a weird claim going around, and I don't know how true it is because it's a rumor, but
probably very true.
Yeah, maybe Microsoft.
I believe most rumors immediately.
Well, Microsoft is claiming this, so until they show receipts, it's just going to remain a rumor, right? So Microsoft is claiming that Sony is paying for blocking rights to keep games off of the Xbox Game Pass. So Microsoft has made a claim against Sony for blocking rights to stop developers from adding their content to the Game Pass. So basically, Sony is paying these game devs to be like, hey,
don't be on the Game Pass
and we'll give you this money. And apparently there is a Word document floating around.
That seems like a very expensive solution.
It's very weird.
Because what they should do is have their own system and pay them more to be on that. Right? Because it's not like they're paying for exclusivity, although maybe that will be part of it and we just don't know the full story.
Possibly.
But as it is on its face, this rumor sounds baseless as fuck. Unless it's about them trying to buy like exclusivity for their platform. Because if it's not exclusivity and they just don't want on the Game Pass, I don't think that makes any sense. you're spending money to be on an even playing field,
right.
while the competition has a library of games still because you can't buy out every game. Like, it just seems like a losing fucking financial battle to me.
It does seem very weird, but apparently there is documentation about it. It is not in English, unfortunately. It is being translated from Portuguese. It was filed in Brazil's national competition regulator as part of Microsoft's continuing ongoing acquire of Blizzard Activision. And basically it was translated as Microsoft's ability to continue to expand Game Pass has been hampered by Sony's desire to inhibit such growth. And part of it was the Administration Council of Economic Defense, known as CAD. Sony pays for blocking rights to prevent developers from adding content to the Game Pass and other competing subscription services. And that was translated from this Word document.
Huh.
It is very weird. I mean, we already see maybe they are going to be working in exclusivity to start getting those companies to be only on the PlayStation and PlayStation games.
Right.
Just like Epic does with, being exclusive only on the the Xbox, the Epic Store and so on and so forth.
Right.
But it is weird.
I am kind of disappointed that the PC gaming landscape is like fragmented the way it is.
I hate it. I absolutely hate it. That's why we do PC gaming, because we don't want to deal with exclusivity, and then we have shit like this where
I mean, that's not why I'm on the PC.
Cock blocking. Well, it's the reason why I am, because I'm
on my PC to like rub one out to how good fucking Aunt May looks. You know what I'm saying?
My fucking god, you goddamn piece of shit. Okay. But
she's old in this one, so it's fine.
It's old Aunt May? You have for old grandmas? Jesus Christ.
I mean, take what you can get,
I mean, gilfs when you can. Whatever. Fuck.
Yeah.
I can say so many things, and I'm gonna shut my mouth.
I was gonna say I'm a gilf because I'm a Grant. I'd like to fuck. You know what I'm saying?
No! 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 God.
Good luck ever using that phrase again.
Oh, God damn it. I fucking hate you. Why is your name that? Jesus fucking Christ.
Why is your name that?
Change your fucking name. Go change your name.
All right, sorry. I'll go.
God damn it. I can't believe you just...
I'm gonna become Mort. That'll be my name.
You'll be a MILF?
So I can be a MILF.
No, you're ruining my hat that's behind me. Don't have my hat that's I heart MILFs. No, you can't be more. Fuck off. Stop it.
Fine.
Anyway.
I'll change my name to David so I can be a DILF.
That's fine. Aaron has that hat. He'd probably be into you.
Okay.
So anyway.
Shout out Aaron.
Aaron Wigwam. Love you, boo.
That's a fun last name, Wigwam.
Wigwam. He's a good boy. He's a good guy.
He's a good boy, like a dog.
He's a good boy. He's adorable. Love him.
Such a loyal friend. He's a good boy.
He's a good boy. Well, okay, look, if anybody's younger than me, they're called a boy. Like Levi and Melon, they're my boys. Anyway, so what were we fucking talking about? Rumors.
I actually don't agree with this friendship policy that you have.
Oh yeah, you're a boy.
Yeah. See, you've never called me that, and you probably never will because of the way we talk to each other.
That's fucking creepy.
Yeah.
You ruined it for me. Why are you ruining everything I like?
I'm going to change your personality entirely by the time we're done podcasting.
This is what happens when we haven't talked to each other for 2 fucking weeks. You ruined my vocabulary and everything I love.
I'm going to deconstruct your database like Kaizen.
Gonna lock you outside that goddamn airlocking piece of shit for calling me old and a bitch. Anyway, so
comedy.
Gamin.
Gamin.
So, another thing I want to...
Sounds like I'm saying Gaben.
Gaben. The Gabe's gonna think we're talking about him. And we...
I know. Every time we talk about Gabe Newell, my Dota teammate thinks that we're talking about him. It's great.
Yeah, he must love it. He's like, oh my god, you guys talked about me again. No, we're talking
I'm
about
pretty sure
Gabe
it's the
Newell.
only reason that he listens to the podcast is because we talk about him.
Shit.
It's like, ooh, what are they going to say about me this week?
We need to talk about more people.
Right.
Big Red, I love you. And he sent me a meme of our podcast with Terraria Minecraft from a few weeks ago because he caught up. Anyway, also
shout out Sugar Pova. I think he still listens to this, and I haven't talked to him forever.
Yeah.
Sugar. Yeah. Sugar.
Anyway, Marvel Midnight Suns has been delayed with no date being issued or updated. Did you even know about this game?
Sorry, what? What did you say?
Marvel's Midnight Suns.
The XCOM game.
Yes, I think.
Yes.
This is.
Yeah. Well, it's turn-based.
Yeah, it's the turn-based one. Yeah. So publisher 2K released on sometime last week or the week before. I can't remember. It was supposed to originally release in October. But now they're like...
But it's under your seat.
Look under your seat. It's bees. No.
Oh, jeez. Not the bees.
They posted on Twitter. They have an important announcement sharing regarding the launch of the date. They felt like that it wasn't ready. And they're planning to try to launch it within the beginning of next year on the Windows and the Xbox and the PlayStation 5, and then eventually to Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and Nintendo later the following year. And
I don't like how long we reach back to the old consoles.
It's very weird. I can understand the Switch because the Switch is so older now, and it is not as strong of hardware.
I mean, it launched dead.
Yeah.
In terms of graphical power, it was like it already couldn't do what the
with the
Xbox One and shit could. Yeah.
So it sort of makes sense.
But that's Nintendo's way.
Yeah, I mean, Nintendo doesn't need like high graphics games, and that's what they go for. But then they still try to like appease to everybody.
You are crazy robotic. I'm sure you won't be because you're locally recording, but it's so bad I can barely understand.
Can you hear me now?
Should we just wrap up the podcast?
Shit! No, I wanted to talk about the fucking Legends of.
You can tell the audience about it, but it's not coming through to me.
Okay, maybe this will clear up by the time you maybe it gets to it. Okay, so anyway, that's delayed. Fuck that. Fuck my internet. Fuck Spectrum. I'll fucking say it here too. The last thing I wanted to talk about, maybe Portz will eventually hear this, is the League of Legends MMO. And more stuff has been leaking out about the League of Legends MMO. And a lot of people are getting on board with this MMO and how neat it's going to look and everything with it. Apparently, according to a lot of people, like it was leaked in 2020, and they said, "Oh, that's a controlled leak because we knew that it was going to be happening," and so on and so forth. But then more and more information came out that it's pretty much done, and it's about to go into early access this year.
What?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Asmongold did like a huge YouTube video on it this year. I'm glad you could kind of hear me now.
Yeah.
He
still like way higher pitched than you should be.
Well,
but it's kind of
well,
fun.
maybe I should talk. No.
Maybe this is so League of Legends MMO.
Raid Shadow Legends. Anyway, so he was talking about it because he was watching it. Also, he was talking about it and like, you know, he's always looking for new MMOs because that's what Asmongold likes. Yep. And he's banned on WoW, so I'm sure he's really looking forward to this right now. But he had been looking more and more into it, and he's comparing it to WoW and how he thinks it's actually going to compete with WoW. And that's one of the things, like, it's got whaling, so you're going to get those people who wail on it. But there's also a lot of other things that appease to everybody. And I think it is going to be free to play, but they haven't confirmed that or anything. But they have confirmed microtransactions. Not to mention that Riot has this huge fucking fan base, right? League of Legends is massive, and
they all hate the game they're playing, so they're kind of looking for an out.
Exactly. And every time Riot takes somebody else's game, they somehow twist it and then make it their own, right? So, like, League of Legends
well, somehow is by ripping it off.
Yeah, basically ripping it off and turning it into their own thing. Like, they took Dota and made it their own thing. And now we have League of Legends, and we got Valorant now, which is basically like...
From CSGO.
Yeah, CSGO, class-based, and so on and so forth.
Yeah. So they have had success.
Yes, they've had a lot of success. Even their card game did pretty well for a while, and I think it does better on Twitch compared to Hearthstone nowadays.
What about Teamfight Tactics?
Teamfight Tactics is
people still play
yeah,
that?
That's still pretty popular. I don't know how auto chest is in Dota anymore.
No, it's dead. It's completely dead. I think.
I still see a lot of people play Teamfight.
No one I know from Dota still plays the auto chest.
I could never get it to work. I would connect to a game and I would sit there for like 20 minutes and then I would get disconnected.
Even the one they like actually released, I forget what the fuck it was called.
Yeah. It never worked for me. It was very weird, but I think Riot has the potential to like compete against World of Warcraft. They would have to do several things, like get a huge base, keep it free to play for a while, add elements of payment towards it later to like keep it going. But they've already talked about it. Like, somebody was talking about it and breaking it down. They have, like, all these huge, massive lands that they can already add on as DLC. The game is, like, pretty flushed already.
Wow.
And they have,
that's pretty surprising.
Right. And it supposedly has, like, end-game content for the current, like, setting that they have. Who knows?
So they got that out just to say, hey, don't worry, we're not going to be like fucking New World.
We're not going to be like New World. We're not even going to be like World of Warcraft. Because World of Warcraft, like the first few months, there wasn't anything to do at level 60.
Yeah, but that was fine back then.
Yeah, I guess that's true. You have to have like a full-fledged game. Like even Lost Ark didn't have... Did it have anything at the very end to do? Or like... But Lost Ark had been out for years.
Well, it did when it launched in the U.S. because it was already out for 3 years or whatever.
That's right.
And they just slowly rolled the content to the U.S. Well, fast compared to how they did in Korea. But yeah, it launched with not much to do, I'm pretty sure. I remember like a YouTuber talking about that.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that makes more sense. I forgot that game had been out for like 3 or 4 years in Korea.
Yeah.
But yeah, as in...
Which is cool. Have them do the beta testing and then bring it over here. We're fine with it.
But yeah, as in Gold thinks it has everything to compete and possibly even defeat World of Warcraft. He's also probably tilted at World of Warcraft right now because he got banned for supposedly like buying boosting.
Well, everyone who's an MMO creator that people look to their opinions has to say it could. Right? They have to say the potential is there. Because it makes a good case, and you don't want to be the main MMO guy that people go to and not have called it, because everyone's gonna be like, "Oh my God, you called this," and it's like, yeah, but this is the 12th MMO they've done that with, and they won't give a shit. But everyone has to for the next big thing because you don't want to be the one guy who's like, whoa, this came out of nowhere.
I mean, you could call it now, but until you actually start playing it and see how it actually plays as a game.
Well, that's why it's so non-committal. You're like, it's good. It's got the ingredients. And it's like, well, yeah. But that's kind of a nothing statement.
Right.
Even though it is true. It's a true statement. I agree. It does. Like, fuck. And, I mean, they shown Riot a little bit. I mean, when Valorant came out, I was like, man, this is like the new Blizzard. Because that's what Blizzard used to do, is take old shit and make it theirs and make it the best thing. I don't necessarily think that Riot has the best anything, but they do have the most people playing. like League of Legends compared to Dota and shit.
Right. They do have a huge fan
and
base.
their TV show, regretfully for me, was way better than the Dota TV show. So I know they didn't do it in-house, but it shows that they gave a shit enough to, like, guide it through careful hands.
Right, right. Oh, isn't there a new season of the Dota show, too?
There is. I have not watched it yet. But bet your ass, if it was Arcane, I would be watching the fucking shit out of it instead of doing this goddamn podcast. That's how good that show is. So fucking good.
Damn, I watched the first episode and I was like...
Even for the art, like, it just looks insane.
I don't know.
Never seen anything like it in my life.
Cell shading?
Cell shading? That's what you think that show's doing different?
No,
The cinematography is fucking mind-blowing. For a cartoon, fuck out of here. Go try to watch Dragon Ball Z after that shit. You can't do it. It looks horrible.
I can only watch SpongeBob. That's the only cartoon I watch anymore. I'm a goofy goober.
What's the Venn diagram of people who are Disney kids? I know you're not real. I don't know. Maybe you are, actually.
I'm not a Disney
okay. But what's the Venn diagram of Disney kids who grow up and still be Disney adults to people who are like SpongeBob adults also? I bet there's some overlap.
It's just a circle with me in it. I'm the adult.
Yeah, but you're not a Disney kid.
No, you're right. It's just
a
circle with me that is SpongeBob.
Completely separate.
Yeah, I'm all by myself in the corner.
You're the only SpongeBob fan. Yeah.
Since my internet's okay again, and I do want to talk about this last subject, even though we're going way over time. I want to talk about the pandemic gaming boom hitting a wall.
What?
So, throughout the pandemic, COVID did a lot of great things for video games. We've seen people get into video games that never played video games before. It created this huge boon as everybody was stuck inside. Bobby Kotick hired this insane fucking marketing person to try to contain that boon, but obviously it was going to hit a wall eventually, and that wall is happening now. So Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo, big hitters, have all reported their fall quarterly video game sales, and it is down. Everything's down. Everyone's down, which is kind of to be expected. Summer happened. Not a lot of games came out.
Twitch streamers know this dip
we
well.
We went outside.
Also.
Yeah.
It happens every summer. I mean, I know that's not what they're talking about, but it is like things like this are cyclical.
Right.
You know?
Right. Yeah. So Microsoft reported that their overall gaming revenues sank about 7% this year. Xbox consoles declined about 11% in the dip. Activision even talked about their dips. They reported 70% plunge in net profit and a 29% dip in revenues overall. They mostly try to blame Call of Duty, which is fucking hilarious.
What? What did Call of Duty have to do with it?
Apparently nobody's playing Call of Duty and doing microtransactions anymore.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, the Battle Royale scene in general, I think, might be
dying.
Headed out the door.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Goddamn.
Just let it die.
Although every time a new skin shows up in fucking
Fortnite.
Oh
my god.
Yeah. My Twitter timeline's like, oh my god, look at him do the dance. And I'm like, fuck off. Jesus Christ, who gives a shit?
My roommate sent me a picture of, what was it, Darth Vader. What was it? It was Darth Vader, fucking one of the Dragon Ball Z characters, Rick from Rick and Morty, and Naruto. And I was like, I fucking hate this universe so fucking much.
This is the metaverse everyone wants to have.
No!
They want everything to exist everywhere.
No!
It's horrible.
I hate it. Yeah, so I was so tilted by it. But yeah, Nintendo also reported a 15% slide in operation profits and stuff. They also sold only 3.4 million units of their portable Switches, which is down by about 23% from last year, which is kind of to be expected. Sony is still struggling with its PlayStation 5, only selling about 2.4 million units in the quarter, which is slightly higher, surprisingly, than last year, but it's probably because they finally got some goddamn units out.
Yeah, I mean, the supply line issues obviously must have
right.
negatively impacted quite a bit.
Yeah, right. So a lot of people have reported like downslide. There was only one up person that went up, which I fucking hate, is EA. They had a rare company like define the gaming contrast. They had a 50% raise in profits this year and a revenue growth of 15%, which is bonkers.
Wait, what did EA do?
I don't know, which is what I don't understand. How are they making money? They must have a mobile game.
Madden like
it must be
that
a mobile
good
game
right now?
It must be a mobile game. It has to be a mobile game.
Oh yeah, it's probably mobile. Maybe they launched a new Star Wars thing or something.
Maybe. That's the only thing I can think of. I know Activision's numbers have been way down, but they've also been making a fuck ton of money from their mobile games. Obviously,
oh yeah,
Blizzard Immortal is one of them. But not only that, they own all of King's games, which is like Candy Crush and shit like that.
Yeah.
So like,
is that still played?
Yeah, surprisingly, my mom plays it. I bet your mom plays it
wow.
too.
I don't know if my mom plays any phone games, to be honest.
Really? I'm kind of surprised.
I don't think so. I don't know.
I play, I play my mobile games. I got a cute one that involves Magikarps right now that I love. And
why aren't you talking about these in the pod? This is prime real estate right here.
Because it's a fucking, I play it for like 20
conversation.
minutes and that's about it. It's not like...
You know what my mobile game is?
What?
RuneScape. Incredible.
I mean,
I'm almost Jad ready on my group Iron Man who's been abandoned by everybody else.
Oh, feels bad. Feels bad. I mean, I'm still number 1 in that stupid idle game because I found an exploit and
because everyone else quit.
No, I think everybody's stuck at like level 300 and I'm like at this insane like 456 because I found an exploit. And they haven't updated or fixed the game since then. I think it's gonna be abandoned. But yeah, most of the ads that get targeted towards me, maybe it's just me, but even when I download like a new game, the ads are targeted towards like middle-aged white women. Like that's what's playing in the ad. Is like usually a middle-aged white woman talking to you. It's so fucking bizarre.
About what?
The game.
Like
the game.
Household products?
The game.
Oh, the what?
Yeah. Maybe they're trying to make it relatable. I don't know.
How old are you?
Fuck you! 36. 36.
I mean, do you think you're going to make it past 72?
I'm probably not going to make it past 40 at this point. I think the world's going to explode in the next few years. But, you know.
The ads might be onto something.
Fuck you and your stupid fucking face. You fuck. Go dilf yourself or something.
What? That doesn't even make sense.
Don't think too hard about it. But yeah, so anyway.
I'm real good at that, don't worry.
You're just like deleted from my brain.
I'm drilling on myself right now.
Just like Kaizen. Delete it from your database.
Thinking about dilfing myself.
Oh my god. So the reason why I bring this up is because back in the early 90s there was a huge video game like crash, right?
Wait, what did you bring up?
This whole like, god damn it, Portz, the whole COVID.
I thought we were talking about mobile game ads still. I really did not follow over from the Sony the
COVID
reports conversation.
COVID wall,
yeah.
COVID wall.
So you're going to talk about the boom that happened in the 80s or whatever, the 90s?
Yeah, the 80s and the 90s, and then the crash, the inevitable crash.
Yeah.
Do you think that we will have a video game crash again?
Yeah, sure. And it won't matter at all.
Okay, fair enough.
Because we're still working on our backlogs. It'll come back. Who gives a shit? How many years have we gone by where I'm like, it was kind of nothing this year that I really gave that much shit about.
That's the thing is, like,
you know?
I think I got in a lot of arguments over people talking about how Stray didn't deserve all the recognition that it got because it was an indie game, and that was their excuse.
What?
Yeah. I got a fucking TikTok, man.
I would say it's because it's about fucking cats and it's gimmicky as shit, but
I got into fights.
They could argue that it's just an indie game.
I got into so many fights on TikTok, dude, that I made a TikTok about threatening violence against people who don't think indie games
Wait, you comment on TikTok?
Yes! Engagement, bitch! Like,
holy shit.
Look, I one day want to not work and just make content.
I guess it's not.
Yeah.
That different from me, like responding to
Twitter.
tweets and
yeah,
shit.
Fuck off. So.
I really try not to, though, because it's, Twitter.
Yeah, you're like, I paid $30 to $60 and pay for 10 minutes.
So, yeah, try to come out with a comedy banger like that.
Comedy.
Gaming comedy. Comedy game. That's my. I'm gonna make a Twitch trailer right now. It's just me going comedy, gaming comedy.
Do it, fucking do it. It'd be great. And then you can have like some rave sounds going on in the background. Anyway.
You ruined it, and now I won't do it. Can't be part of this. You've ruined the creative process.
I hate it. Okay, anyway, that's all I really wanted to talk about this week in the news. There's probably a lot of other stuff that we missed since it's been 2 weeks and Portz was dying from the plague. And
I was evolving.
Oh, you were evolving?
Excuse
I'm
me.
Sorry. I didn't realize that's how it worked. You have to get sick and then evolve?
Yes. Well, now I'm more immune to COVID, so yeah.
Actually, so the new variant, it makes you more susceptible to COVID again, so don't go outside.
No, I checked internally and we're good.
Oh, okay. So you told your body.
Even though I still have it and it won't go away. Yeah.
You told your body, it's like, okay, we can't ever do that again. And your body's like, yep.
It was fucking miserable, by the way. It was horrible.
Yeah, I can't imagine. My dad called me when he had it and he sounded like a fucking monster from a video game. And I'm like, are you my dad? And he's like, are you fucking with me right now? And I'm like, you sound like a fucking video game monster. And then he started laughing, and then he started coughing, and then he had to hand the phone off to his wife. I almost killed my old man. Anyway, don't get sick. Everybody be safe. That's it for the news.
Yeah. That's it for the podcast. It's over, bitches.
It's over, bitches.
Thanks for getting to the end. I'm so curious how many people get to the end.
If you guys get to the end, I need you to DM me poo poo pee pee, and I will love you forever. Also, don't forget to follow us on Twitch.
It's a one-time offer, by the way. Don't do that randomly in the future.
Yeah, don't do it randomly in the future. It needs to be
love.
within the next 10 business days. I'll give you 10 business days.
From the release of the podcast.
Yeah. From the release.
Yeah.
So you have until, I guess, the 5th or the 6th of September. So don't forget to follow us.
What?
I don't know.
Is that true?
Yeah.
No. Is it?
See, you're coming at the
Thursday.
18th. Thursday would be 5 days.
The 3rd. It'd be the 3rd. But
weekends don't count. Those aren't business days.
Wait, what business are you in? Don't you work on Saturdays?
Suck my dick. Anyway. Go follow us on Twitch and Twitter at Evil Space Money and The Real Points. Also, follow our Twitter at Ignore Backlog and our TikTok, Ignore the Backlog. I need to start uploading memes again. I've been real bad about it. I've been lazy. Okay, goodbye.
Thanks. Bye.
Goodbye.
Gamin.